Hey guys, this is the Great Jedi and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a lot of things. We have a lot to cover. We're going to be going over the November, December, and January updates, the community calendar that they released, the community transmission that came out yesterday, and the one that came out today. I'm just going to be going over those community transmissions and not going to be going into like my deep thoughts about it. I'll give you my thoughts right then and there. But for the most part, I'm going to save those until the update actually comes so I can give you my update impressions as well as my thoughts on the community transmission. Now let's get into this. Starting off with the community calendar. Starts December 5th to the 7th. We have the Triple XP event. That's just earning Triple XP across all game modes. Then on December 6th, we have the Exact Revenge, which is basically the reward is the Kenobi emote, and that's basically all you gotta do is capture 15 command posts in capital Supremacy on Felucia. If you guys didn't get that Kenobi emote, now's the time. Alright, then there's on December 8th we have the Achieve Serenity. There's another chance to get the Yoda Serenity victory pose, and all you gotta do is perform 20 eliminations with Yoda's lightsaber. And then on December 10th, we have Old Rivalry, and you get the Kenobi voice line, and all you gotta do is perform 20 eliminations with Darth Maul's lightsaber. And then just keep in mind, guys, this is individual, not as a community, okay? Because we've also had community events in the past, so that's just a reminder. Then on December 12th, we have Wisdom and Experience. All you gotta do is perform 20 buffs as Yoda, and you get the Yoda voice line, to Trust You Not. Then on the 13th through the 16th, we have the Fast Spawn event. That's just a faster spawn rate. That's now enabled across all modes. And then on the 14th, it's I Said It First. It's basically hitting 20 enemies with Claw Rush as General Grievous, and you get the Hello There voice line for General Grievous. On December 16th, we have Crush and Destroy. Eliminate 20 opponents with General Grievous's lightsaber, and you get the General Grievous's duelist victory pose. And then on the 18th, we have Free Your Rage. That all you gotta do is choke 20 opponents as Darth Maul, and then you get his Vigilant victory pose. Then on the December 20th through the 23rd, we have the 50% battle point reduction, where all the units cost 50% less than their normal battle point cost. Also on December 20th, there's Learn the Ways of the Force, where you gotta knock over 25 enemies with Luke Skywalker's repulse ability, and you get the Farm Boy Luke appearance. So if you guys didn't get that already, go ahead and get that, because that's an event exclusive skin. Then on December 21st, we have For the Republic, where you gotta eliminate 20 enemies with Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber, and you get the Body and Mind victory pose. And then on December 22nd, there's Old Enemy, where you gotta push enemies with Obi-Wan Kenobi 20 times, and you get the Maul voice line. And we have, let's see, on December 23rd, May the Force Be With You, where you have to hit 15 opponents with Leia's alternate fire, and you get the Princess Leia appearance. And then from the December 24th, and this actually runs into January, so January 6th, we have another Triple XP event where you get Triple XP experience that's enabled across all the game modes. Alright, so that'll do it for the community calendar for this month and in the very beginning of December. Now, we're going to get into the community transmission that came out yesterday. The reinforcement appearances, UI updates, and the release notes. I'm not going to go into all the details about it. I'll go ahead and link that in the description, so if you guys want to check out all the little details, you can. But I'm just going to be reading the main stuff. So this is what they said. This is the part I'm going to be reading right now. Incoming transmission. It's great to be back with another community transmission, and this time around, we're talking December updates. There will be 2 updates arriving this month. The first, on December 5th, will be focused on reinforcement appearances and some quality of life changes. The second arriving mid-December with debug content inspired by Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. So just keep that in mind, guys. We are moving away from the Clone Wars, and they're going to be going into The Rise of Skywalker. They say we'll have more on Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker update and more in a community transmission later this week. That's the one that came out today. But right now, let's dive into the update for December 5th, which is tomorrow. So for reinforcement appearances, they said that we provided the first of our reinforcement appearances for the B1 droids a few updates ago, and the reception was great. However, it was clear that players wanted more, especially for the ARC Trooper and the Clone Commando. The good news is that we have new appearances for both the ARC Trooper and Clone Commando coming this week. They'll also be joined by the new looks for the BX Commando droid and the Droideka. I did not expect the Droideka to get a skin, so that's pretty interesting. I want to see how that looks. In total, there are 10 appearances on the way, with the breakdown as follows. Basically, it just says that there's 3 for the ARC Trooper, 4 for the Commando droid, 2 for the Clone Commando, and 1 for the Droideka. All of the appearances will be classed as rare and will be available for 20,000 credits or 500 crystals. The only exception is the Captain appearance for the BX Commando droid, which will be common and available for 5,000 credits or 150 crystals. And then they have some gifts of some the different appearances. Doesn't look like they have one for the Droideka, so I'll put that on the screen for you guys. These are the ARC Trooper ones, and here we go. We have the let's read what they say about the ARC Trooper. It says the upcoming ARC Trooper appearances will be Black and Green Lambient Seeker, the Blue and Gray Cobalt Hero, and the fearsome-looking Black and Yellow Umbara Operative. Sounds cool. They look cool. All right, now moving on to the Commando droid. Not to be outdone by their B1 counterparts, the BX Commando droids will be getting a host of new appearances. First up is the Captain, who were deployed as part of the substantial droid operation. The Citadel appearance is based off the BX Commando droids who oversaw the prison on Lola Sayu. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Some of these names are hard to pronounce. Occasionally, the BX Commando droids would also serve as bodyguards to the Separatist dignitaries, which were the separation of the diplomat appearance comes from. The fourth appearance comes in the form of training, where the look stems from the cloning facilities on Camino. That one looks cool. It's like white with the targets on them. It's pretty cool. And moving on to the Clone Commando. New appearances for the Clone Commando has been frequently requested since their arrival, and it's great to be bringing 2 new appearances for them to the game. The Urban Fighter appearance contains a green and orange pattern, where Clone Commandos wearing the Jungle Striker appearance take cover operations to the next level. Okay, now for the Droideka, it doesn't look like they have a screenshot for that, but they said finishing up the reinforcement appearances for this update is the Droideka, who will also be receiving a fresh new look based on the training droids on Camino. Oh, that'll look cool. So we'll have the complete training droid skins. All right, then we have the UI updates. A lot of it's just a lot of cool things. Like they have the new damage reduction message, where they reduce the maximum size of the damage reduction icon. It's like the shield, if you guys didn't know. You'll be able to toggle that on or off for the message in the options menu under the gameplay. But the default will be on, so you guys would have to switch that off if you guys don't like that. They're going to scale that damage reduction icon size and opacity with range. They're moving the kill message down to avoid other messaging in the critical area above the crosshair. So they moved it down below the crosshair. Let's see. They have it near the weapon heat bar. And they also move some other things around. If you guys want the details, just remember I'm putting the links down in the description. They're doing command post naming. And then there's just the normal release notes. There's some quality of life changes. Let's see. They have, all right, that's cool. They have hero changes. So it looks like they're giving Boba Fett a buff. So what they're going to be doing is reducing the active ability time and increase the fire rate for Boba Fett's rocket barrage ability. And then, which is good because people are complaining about that ever since they nerfed it. And they're fixing his concussion rocket ability description for accuracy. They added a ability crosshair for Kylo Ren's frenzy ability. They fixed an issue where the deflect. Okay, so that was some bug fixes. They fixed an issue where the deflected blaster bolt from the spin attack ability would not damage enemies. That's for Darth Maul. And then, I've been waiting for this because if you guys didn't know, Darth Vader would have I think it was 90% damage reduction when he would use Force Choke, but they got rid of that and they nerfed him. But they've added a 25% damage reduction during the choke back. So it's not quite as good as a 90, but 25 is better than nothing because you would just get melted, especially in Galactic Assault. They did some star card changes, it looks like, for General Grievous and Luke Skywalker. For General Grievous, they changed the Sith Train star card from 40 to 25%, and they nerfed Luke's star card, which was the Intensify star card, which was really good. It's going from 20, 30, 40, 50 to 18, 24, 30, 36. So that's interesting. We'll see how that changes them. And there's some other information. If you guys want to look into it into detail, just remember it's in the description. Okay, now we're moving into the community transmission that came out today. And I'm looking at it right now, and it looks really cool. So it says incoming transmission. It has a screenshot of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Celebration Edition. And there was a leak about this a day or two ago, and it looks like the leaks were true. So it looks like they're trying to relaunch the game a little bit past the 2-year mark. So good for them. All right, so let's see. Let's see what it says. After 2 years of updates to the game, we've decided to give Star Wars fans an easy way to access all that content, which is why we're introducing the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Celebration Edition. The short version is this. The Celebration Edition will deliver instant access to every hero appearance, trooper appearance, emote, voice line, and victory pose available in Star Wars Battlefront 2. That can be unlocked with credits or crystals, including new content coming in December with the Rise of Skywalker update. Simply head on over to the collection menu and they'll be ready and waiting. Want to play as Anakin in his General Skywalker attire? Go ahead. Feel like playing as Bush Leia? The choice is yours. And then it just goes on to tell you what you get. So it comes with a base game with all past and future free updates. Comes with over 150 appearances, including 6 legendary ones. 100 plus emotes and 90 plus victory poses. Okay, and they want to let everybody know what isn't included. So experience and star card progression. This will need to be unlocked via regular gameplay. That's good. They learned a lesson about the pay to win thing. So yeah, so I'm glad they're not doing that. Okay, it also doesn't include the Last Jedi appearances for Kylo and Rey, as those remain exclusive for players who pre-ordered and the owners of the Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition. And the customization options that can only be attained via like special in-game events such as the Leia Princess of Alderaan or the Farm Boy Luke appearances, those won't be included into that Celebration Edition game. Alright, now let's get into it. This is where it looks like it's getting excited. The Celebration Edition launches tomorrow, December 5th, and will be available as a digital download across all 3 platforms, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC via Origin. If you got, and this is what it says, if you're new to Star Wars Battlefront 2, then the Celebration Edition will retail for $39.99. For those already playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 and wishing to upgrade, you'll be able to do so for $24.99. Okay, so basically, if you guys have the game and you guys like cosmetics and you guys like to spend money on that stuff, you guys can go ahead and get that for about $25. if you already have most of the skins, I wouldn't say that it's worth it. Just because it depends how much you have unlocked. That's totally up to you. But like for me, I'd rather just get the credits and then unlock them that way. But for those of you with Origin Access Premier, good news. The Star Wars Battlefront 2 Celebration Edition will be included as part of your ongoing subscription. Alright, now we're moving on to the Rise of Skywalker update. So it looks like this is all Episode 9 content. Okay, so it says, the next update for Star Wars Battlefront 2 is titled The Rise of Skywalker, and as you might have guessed, it focuses on content around the upcoming highly anticipated film. Okay, so it says, so what's coming in the update? First off, we have a brand new jungle planet. You might have caught a glimpse of this jungle-like planet in the last trailer for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. We're bringing this planet to co-op in December, where you'll be playing as either the Resistance or the First Order as the conflict spreads to this tropical paradise. It'll also be coming to Heroes vs. Villains. Alright, so I'm just going to stop right there because we're getting a new map. That's really cool. In January, I believe that Benoit said that it'll be getting added to Capital Supremacy and Instant Action in January. So that's just a heads up there. And it goes on to say, a new planet is great, but we've also previously mentioned new reinforcements. And this month we have 4 brand new ones arriving into the game, split evenly between the Resistance and the First Order. Okay, so that's really cool. I was only expecting 2. 1 for the Resistance and 1 for the First Order, but 2 for each is even better. So let's get in to see what they are. It says, joining the ranks for the First Order will be the Sith Trooper, a merciless trooper excelling in speed and advanced weaponry to hunt down and destroy anyone that stands in their way. Alright, so if I had to guess, it would have been the Sith Trooper, especially I just saw the new box art for the Celebration Edition. So that was kind of expected. Anyways, alongside the Sith Trooper will be the First Order Jet Trooper that has been received new training and jetpack equipment to achieve dominance over the Resistance. Achieve aerial superiority over the Resistance by using your grenade attachment, enhanced blaster rifle as you dodge, hover, and maneuver through the air. Okay, so that sounds interesting. I thought that new Jet Trooper was just going to be a skin for the Jet Trooper they have in the game, but it looks like it's going to be a whole new reinforcement, which is going to be cool. It looks like they reworked the jetpack, and it's going to be more like Boba Fett than the aerial trooper, so that should be interesting. Now for the Resistance side, we have taking up arms for the Resistance will be the Gunner and Spy Unit. These are 2 new alien species from the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Okay, so they don't give any details about that, so I'm sure we're going to see that in the future, and they probably want to avoid spoilers. That's probably why. But since, it goes on to say, since the release of Co-op, one of the big requests was focused around bringing new eras to the mode. This month, we can confirm that the sequel trilogy will be arriving into Co-op across the following maps: Jakku, Takodana, Starkiller Base, and our new Star Wars Rise of Skywalker inspired planet. Okay, so that's really cool, because if you guys don't know, I really do like Co-op, one of my favorite modes. So that's awesome. That is not just Clone Wars, but it's also the new sequel trilogy. I'm really hoping they add the original trilogy to it, but we'll see what the future has in store. There's going to be new appearances that are also on the way for Rey, Finn, and Kylo Ren. They will all be receiving a brand new appearance based on the Rise of Skywalker. These appearances will be available to everyone who owns the Celebration Edition, and also for credits and crystals. So if you guys don't want to pay the $25 for the Celebration Edition because you have enough credits, because you've been saving up a long time, you can still get it without upgrading for real money. It says the release of this update is ever so slightly different when compared to previous ones. It goes live on December 17th. Okay, so that's cool. That's before the movie. It says, with one exception to this rule, the new planet, which joins our planetary rotation from December 20th. Okay, so The update comes out on the 17th, and then the map comes out on the 20th. That's probably comes out the day of the movie. Probably they do that for spoilers. Now it says into the new year. Okay, so now it looks like they're gonna get into the January content for 2020. Now it says it's incredible to think we're already here in year 3 of the game's life. I know, that's crazy. It says with 2019 fast coming to a close, our attention now turns toward what's next. Now it says in January we will continue with sequel trilogy content, as we will bring it both instant action and capital supremacy. This includes the Resistance MC-85 and the First Order Resistant class Star Destroyer. Okay, stop right there. That's awesome. I'm so glad capital supremacy is not just Clone Wars anymore, and they're moving it to the sequel trilogy. That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. So that's going to be really cool. So basically, we're getting that new map, and we're also going to be able to get the insides of the First Order Star Destroyer and the Resistance MC-85. So if you guys want to include that as maps, you can. I consider the maps not worlds, but technically I would consider that as a map, but some people don't. So take that as you will. Alright, now it says, okay, now this is interesting. It says, rounding out January will also be 2 new heroes. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, and they're 2 droids. So, if I had to pick 2 droids, I would have probably went with IG-11 or IG-88 or R2-D2, some other droid that I would think of, but it says Rise of Skywalker. So the droids that come to mind is BB8 and BB9E, and now those 2 are confirmed as heroes. BB8 will be the hero for the Resistance, and BB9E will be the villain for the counterpart for BB8 on the First Order. So I don't know about you guys, but this is really shocking to me. I did not expect for them to have droids as heroes. Like, that's crazy. This is not a joke. They confirmed this. This is on their website. BB8 and BB9E are confirmed as heroes coming in January. Alright, guys. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, now let's continue. It says, we're already thinking about February and March, and we'll be back closer to the time with all the details on what to expect. Okay. Now, I'll tell you my thoughts a little bit about that. Is because, if you guys didn't know, Season 7 of Clone Wars comes out in February. I thought the next 2 heroes were going to be Ahsoka Tano and Ventress, because they've been heavily teased in the past. I thought those were going to be our next 2 heroes. Obviously, I'm wrong. But we could still possibly see them. Hopefully in February and March, because they said that they're thinking about it. So we're already thinking about February and March. So I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but I mean, it's hard not to get your hopes up with this Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. Like, it's the only online Star Wars game out there right now. So that's interesting. Now it says, to continue, it says, from all of us on the Star Wars Battlefront 2 team, thank you for being a part of this journey, and we look forward to see you in game over the holiday season. May the Force be with you. The Star Wars Battlefront 2 team. Alright, so that's a lot to take in. If you guys didn't already know, I mentioned it in my last video, but the reason why this is a little bit late and I didn't do this in the separate videos is because my Wi-Fi is going out. I'm trying to get that fixed. I'm trying to get a little studio going in my room to get everything situated. It should be all done and ready by Christmas, and you guys should see an improvement in quality in the videos and some spectacular content, but we'll see. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like, and comment down below. Thanks for watching. This is the Gray Jedi. See you later, and may the Force be with you always.